2 minutes to explain. You better come up with something smart to say. 'Cause I'm already on my way. I heard them whisper behind my back. I saw them glancing my way. I saw the look when his eyes met yours. I heard you whisper his name. A different scent in your perfume, a sudden flush in your face, and what we had was gone without a trace. Give me one more reason why I should stay. 'Cause you got 2 minutes to explain. You better come up with something smart to say. 'Cause I'm already on my way. You keep talking about your wounded pride, acting like you've been deceived. But you keep treating me like I am not here, like I don't have what you need. So stop wasting my youth. I won't carry no shame. You're to blame for a faded flame. Give me one more reason why I should stay. You got 2 minutes to explain. You better come up with something smart to say. 'Cause I'm already on my way. Give me one more reason why I should stay. You got 2 minutes to explain. You better come up with something smart to say. 'Cause I'm already on my way. Oh, baby, I'ma walk out that door. Baby, give me one reason to stay, or I'm on my way. Oh, baby, tell me, do you love me? Give me one reason to stay, or I'm on my way. I've got a feeling this is the night. The stars are aligned, trouble's all out of sight. In the flashing lights, we are born. We move to a higher plane where no one's been before. Let the rhythm flow all night. We dance until the morning light. We can keep it on forevermore. When you move to the rhythm, I can feel the heat.
Right, everyone, we have my apologies. Your name, good sir?
Sean Matthews.
Right, Sean, how long have you had this beautiful console Mark II?
Be 6 years next month.
Oh, lovely. And have you done much work to this car since you've owned it?
Quite a bit. Rebuilt a lot of the suspension, rebuilt the engine, changed the steering box, general tidy up, got the visor on, re-chromed the front bumper, loads of little flippy jobs that the previous owners probably forgot about.
So, is it easy to get parts for these cars now? Of course, has it been quite a rare car, an old car now?
Trim is the worst thing.
Oh, is it
Especially
trim?
being a high line, a lot of the trim is different
Yeah.
than the low line next to us.
All right.
It took me 5 years to get a piece of trim for the interior. And now I've got it, I can't find the clips to hold the interior trim on.
Oh dear.
Hopefully it won't take another 5 years to get the clip.
Hopefully it doesn't. So, I know you told me off camera, but for the people who's watching this video now, how come you chose the console?
Well, in the late 70s, early 80s, there was a rock and roll revival, and I always wanted a rock and roll car. So in 81, I bought a black 57 console. Had that for about 12 years, took it to dances, went on cruises, drove it around, everyday car. Unfortunately, when the kids came along, we had to buy a house, so the car fell to bits basically, so we sold that. So we went to Goodwood in 2017, and there was a lot of nice Mark IIs there, and I thought it'd be nice to buy another one. So a couple of months later, we went out and bought another one.
Oh, so
Reliving our youth, as it.
that's the best way to be. I thought the joys of classic cars bring to people is bringing you back to being as young as you were, and keeping them still going. Because I wouldn't imagine there's many of this car left in the world now.
There's actually a lot more than people realise, but
really?
there aren't that many in Somerset.
Yeah.
But very rarely do you see them all together.
That's true.
We did Yeovil Festival of Transport a few years ago, and there was about 5 or 6 Mark IIs. That was the biggest thing this evening. Whereas before there used to be about 10 Mark IIs in the 80s around here. Went out for a cruise, it looked quite nice. Of course now, there aren't that many about, but it's nice to go out and about with.
So do you take this car to most shows?
Yeah, we did one last weekend, we did one the weekend before, we do one every week. In the summer, most weekends. In fact, I drive this modern car.
Oh, so out of curiosity, what is your bottom car?
It's a 2020 Yaris.
Oh, nice little car. Yeah, but I'm guessing you prefer driving this more than the Yaris.
You get more attention driving this, and people do stop and wave, whereas if you drive a modern car, people just ignore you.
Yeah, I know that feeling from my own personal sake with driving either my 1990 Rover Metro or my 1979 Dolomite. They always get people waving, going, "Oh, I've not seen one of those in a long time."
Yeah, you go in the garage, it takes quite a bit of time to fill up.
So out of curiosity, if you had to go and fill this car right now with petrol, and I'm obviously super unleaded due because of the age of the vehicle, well, how much would it cost you?
Good question. I haven't actually ever filled it right up. It used to be about 35 quid to get 3/4 of a tank, but it's probably nearer 50 now.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't do a huge amount of drive.
Oh no, it's a car built for more luxury than and comfort rather than economy.
Yeah, of course, if you're not using motorways, you don't get steady speed anywhere, so you're not doing as much as gallons as you could be.
So, how many gears has this car actually had?
4. 3's forward and 1 reverse.
Ah, right. Oh, so it's a three speed in forward and reverses. Ah, I see, right,
And
okay.
no synchro mesh on first, so
Oh, so double
you almost
decluttering.
got to come to a stop when you put it first.
Yes.
If you're following another old car up a hill and it suddenly decides it stops, you've got to be very quick to get it in first. But once you're in top gear, you can leave it in top unless you're doing jump shoots and roundabouts.
Oh, that's good, that's good.
It's like driving an automatic once you get it in top.
Oh, brilliant. And, well, I must say thank you very much for talking to me today. It's been very much appreciated for your time. It's nice to see youngsters like yourself still looking after gorgeous cars like this, and I'm guessing you're obviously going to move this on to your grandchildren if in the future.
I doubt it.
Oh, you're taking it with you,
Well,
is it?
the trouble is, when my grandkids are old enough to drive on the road, I don't think they'll be much fancy driving older cars. They're doing their best now to get older vehicles on the road.
Yes, I know the government are trying, but unfortunately we will survive.
Well, let's
Classic
hope so.
car owners will survive.
As long as we can get the fuel, that's the main thing.
Oh yes, definitely. I think that there will be another way of getting petrol. That'll work these beautiful cars. So thank you very much for your time, sir.
problem.
It's very much appreciated. And will he be, out of curiosity, will he be going to Henley Farm on the 28th?
Probably not. We're going to another show on the Bank Holiday Monday.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Right guys, we got another classic car to talk to at the moment. I'm thinking we're going to be very lucky today to have classic cars to talk to. Right, hello good sir, and how are you today?
I'm good, sir. How about you?
I can't complain, I'm fairly middling. Right, for the camera, what is your name, good sir?
My name is Dave Day.
Don't worry, you're doing fine. And so tell us about this beautiful car, sir.
This Ford Zephyr belonged to Bill Maynard originally. We brought it off of Bill 21 years ago. He brought it down to the side of Curtin Van and he jumped out the passenger seat and I said to Bill, I said, I love your suit, mate. He goes, it cost me £1,000. And we've had it 21 years plus in the family. And we love it so much, it's never for sale.
That's good. I was glad to see that it's staying within the family.
Yeah.
Is this your father's car?
Yeah, this is my dad's car, yeah.
And which was that? I'm just having a look now on the picture. Is that green grass?
Yeah, that's Bill
right,
Greengrass. He was
yeah.
in Love Heartbeat, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Not a lot
right.
of people may know him by his actual name. A lot of people may know him as the road, which is Mr. Greengrass
Yeah, that's right.
on Heartbeat, going
Yeah.
after with annoying the police and
Yeah, that's right. 'cause
Oscar, annoying Oscar.
I remember on Heartbeat, Bill Maynard Greengrass never liked Oscar Blake running the coppers, and he always used to say at the end, he said, you got to remember, I'm on old age pension, you know. You coppers don't do your jobs these days. I had to do it for you.
So have your father had to do much work on this car?
We've had to do a few bits of cream. This car's never been restored. He's been touched up as he goes along.
Oh, just so tiny little touch-ups, but no major restorations, no minor restorations.
Nah.
It's just tiny little bits just to keep it looking perfect.
Yeah.
How many gears has this car got?
This has a three gears, but it's got overdrive for a fourth. So
right.
you haven't got the revving noise.
Yeah, so
you drop it down.
Yeah, so pretty much when you're in, I'm guessing the overdrive only comes in on third gear, and then then you click it on and the revs drop,
Yeah,
just like the overdrive on like a Dolomite, for example.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I got a Dolomite with me today.
Yeah.
That has the the overdrive that makes it the fifth gear on it. So I know roughly regarding that. So has your father ever let you drive this car?
No, no, never, mate. I'm always a passenger in this car.
No, I think somebody's feeling very protective over the car, which is understandable.
And another thing, I use auto brake polish on this car. I recommend it to anybody.
This is not sponsored by Autobrite at all. This is what this man uses on this car. I gotta make sure that that's known, just in case people go, "Oh, you've been sponsored by them now, are you, Mr. Lone Ranger?"
Yeah.
But I'm not. So, out of curiosity, I can see you got white wall tyres on this car. Is it hard to get white wall tools anymore?
No, right? We had the smoothies and white walls.
Yeah.
They're 40s and making geared up a bit, so it catches up with like the modern traffic, and so it's like a smooth ride. Because the old cross plies, what used to be, they used to be dangerous. One hit in the road, and they used to follow the drain as well, which is dangerous back in the day.
Oh yes, of course. But as you mentioned, modern traffic, so it handles pretty well against other vehicles on the road.
Yeah, and the trouble about this one, when you all go around a corner, you gotta lose all your muscle, because this one hasn't got power steering assist on it. You gotta lose all your muscles like that.
Oh yes, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
In both of my cars haven't got. Well, my Dolomite now has it because I've had it fitted recently.
Yeah.
But my Metro hasn't got it either, so I know that feeling of having to do it. But this car's probably a lot heavier than the Metro, of course, because it's like a land ship compared to my Metro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the way everything looks spot on to the way it should look like. And I'm guessing, was the car converted to electronic ignition?
Yeah, that was put on there 18 years ago.
All right.
And it's valid point because you ain't got to change condensers or anything there. You can always carry a spare electronic, and it only takes you 2 or 3 minutes to change it. Open that out. Points and condensers.
Definitely. So what regarding fuel, is it a thirsty-old girl, or is it pretty good for
It's probably doing about 25.
That's actually very good, actually, for a car of this age.
Yeah.
With only 3-speed with an overdrive, that's really good, actually. That's actually better than I thought you were going to say. But these have got proper looks to them. I'm guessing when your father's out for driving it and you're a passenger, that you get quite a lot of looks with this car.
Yeah, we get hundreds of looks along the road, and we can't take it nowhere at shows because every 5 minutes we get offered to see if it's for sale.
Oh, I bet that drives you nuts after a while.
And I always say it's never for sale.
As the best way to be, because a classic car like this, you know you're looking after it, and it's your father's car as well, so you haven't just got the fact that it's Greengrass's old car. It's also, you got a family connection to it as well, and that's nice to see that cars staying within the family.
Yeah.
You don't see that often anymore.
No.
Or where you get a classic car stays within the family. They normally, after a certain time, they either move the car on because the son, daughter, or grandson or daughter don't want the car because they got no idea how good a classic car can be and how usable it is.
And this one's always parked in the garage. He's never out in the rain. He's always in the garage. And I spend 2 hours a day polishing this car. Make sure he's right. Because when you got the old cellulose paint, which fades after a while, you got to keep polishing that. And that's why I spend 2 hours a day polishing it, so I know it's all right. And you get like enjoyment out of it. Like.
Oh yes, I know that exact feeling. I know both of my cars, apart from the Dolomite, because it's still got the 2-pack on it. and the Metro has, but I enjoy polishing most of my cars, and it brings you closer together with the car, and you know then that if it does get caught in the rain, it's just going to slide straight off. It's not going to sink into the paint and cause any damage.
No.
Which I'm glad to see that more younger people are doing that nowadays.
Yeah. And another thing I recommend using a drying towel on cars, because if you use a chamois, they do more damage in the paint than a drying towel. I recommend a drying towel when you wash your car off. Take some water off.
Yes,
I recommend a drying towel.
I thoroughly agree with you there, because I use a drying towel on both of my cars. I've used it for a couple of years. It's cheap enough. You can get one from Halfords, for argument's sake, for about £12. And I think I'd rather pay £12 for a proper drying towel than whatever it costs then to put the paint right.
And I recommend when you wash your cars down, don't use hose pipe. Get a wash mitt from Halfords and 2 buckets with a grit gun, and wipe over with a wash mitt and then dry it, because you ain't got to dry all the water off, and it takes it straight off. So the days of the sponges and chamois is gone now, because the sponges do more damage than the wash mitt.
Yes, and if there's any grit or dirt on the actual bodywork, the sponge will retain it, and then essentially when you put it back after you've been through with put more soap on the sponge, you end up scratching the paint where you're going.
Yeah, and it's not just that. A chamois and a sponge is contamination, because you think like the sponge and like the chamois is like clean, and it's not, because you're dipping it back in clean water. That water is black. You're pushing it back on the car, doing more damage. So I recommend to anybody, wash mitt and dry it, so you can't go wrong.
Exactly. And thank you very much for your time. It's very
That's
much
all right, sir. Nice to
appreciated.
meet you, sir.
And you, I'm very grateful that you came. Commented on the post I put up on the Southwest Classic Car page the other day.
Yeah.
It is very much appreciated that you have taken the time out to talk to me.
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy your day too, sir.
Right.
Thanks very much.
You're very welcome, my good friend, and more cars to come, Lone Rangers.